great tragedy has rocked the Tarren tribes and shaken their once stalwart devotion to the Horde. A disagreement between the new Orc war chief Garrosh Hellscream and the beloved Tarren chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof led to a duel that ended in Cairn's death. With his loss, the vile matriarch Magatha Grimtotem launched a murderous attack, attempting to seize control of Thunder Bluff for herself. However, Cairn's brave son, Bane Bloodhoof, successfully repelled the attack and banished the surviving Grimtotem to the farthest reaches of the land. Under Bane's hopeful leadership, the Tarren people now seek to heal their wounds and restore the balance between the various factions of the Horde. To this end, a new generation of Tarren Sunwalkers has arisen to lead their people into the light of a new dawn and the promise of rebirth. As a proud tribesman of Mulgore, you must uphold the honor of your people and safeguard the lands of your ancestors.
What you see here is the work of the Quilboar, young one. Year after year they have encroached on our village. The great cataclysm finally drove them from their dens to spread like locusts across the land, and now you see the result. My own mother, dead from their savagery. Today, you are of age. Today, you will take up your weapon and fight for the tribe, and avenge the Great Mother. Follow the path to the east, and find my son, Grull. He will lead you in our strike against the Quilboar. Your objectives. Follow the path east out of Camp Nrick and find Grull Hawkwind.
Winds be at your back.
Welcome to your first true test as a Tarren. Behold, Rufler. The very presence of the bristleback is a blight. Nothing is left in their wake but corpses and barren land. Camp Nrick could become what we see here in but a few days, unless we stand and fight. This will be your rite of strength, the first ceremony of a Tarren brave. Go into the heart of the Thorns Gnarl and kill bristleback Quilboar, then return to me. Your objectives. Kill 6 bristleback invaders.
Farewell.
You fought well, Moofler. We may yet be saved. Despite their size, the bristleback greatly outnumber us. A pack ambush can easily overwhelm even the largest Tauren. Many new initiates have taken up arms to defend our home. Some have given their lives, but others have been captured alive. Please, find their cages and free them. The battle should keep the Quillboar distracted. Your objectives. Open 4 Quillboar cages.
Ancestors watch over you. Well,
Not enough have returned, Moofler. Return and free more of our people. Be brave. Thank the Earth Mother. The Quillboar will pay. Thank the Earth Mother. Thanks to you, our people are free to fight for our home. We've struck a great blow against the Quillboar here. I will stay here and hold the line, but you need to move on. Seek Addana Thunderborn. She has taken a few braves to the southwest to root out the rest of the bristleback. Your objectives. Go to Addana Thunderborn to the southwest.
be careful.
More trials lay ahead, Moofler. I hope you're prepared. It is my role to test our young initiates on the ways of the hunt. And that hasn't changed. Today, the Quillboar are our prey. One of the first lessons you should learn, Moofler, is to never underestimate your prey. While we were distracted by the attack on Campenrick, more of the bristleback swept in unnoticed and stole a cache of our rifles. You can see them to the south now, filling the air with lead. This is your right of courage. Brave the hail of gunfire, hunt the bristleback gun thieves, and bring back our rifles. Your objectives: Recover 7 stolen rifles from bristleback gun thieves. It is my role to test our young initiate. Knowing the ways of your prey is another aspect of the hunt. In the lands they come from, Quillboar live in the shade and protection of huge thorned roots. When they move, their shamans seed and grow new roots for them to live in. These thorns mar the land and choke out other life, turning the earth around them barren. Go to the south and stop these thorn callers before they have a chance to continue. Moofler. Your objectives: kill 7 bristleback thorn callers.
Win the
It is my role to test our young initiate. How many have you brought me, initiate? Well done, Moofler. Respect your prey, and the danger it carries, but never fear it. In fear, you become prey yourself. With the corruptors slain, the Earth Mother will mend her own wounds in due time. The roots are not meant to thrive here, and will wither. Balance will return. It is my role to test our young. There are more threats to be dealt with here. The bristleback are taming wild boars to be used against us. These armored battle boars have been abused beyond hope of recovery. They must be put down, for our safety and their peace. Go to the pens to the south and slay them, Moofler. Return to me afterwards. Your objectives: kill 10 armored battle boars. It is my role to test our young initiate. We must do more than simply hunt boars here. The eyesore that has been left upon the land must be purged. To give them a wild thirst for blood, the battle boars are force-fed raw flesh. Take this torch, and use it to burn the troughs of meat and gore to cinders. Your objectives: use Addon's torch to set fire to all 3 troughs in the battle boar pens.
walk with the Earth Mother.
It is my role to test our good work, Mufla. Those beasts could have been a greater threat than the Quilboar themselves, if we had not taken action now. You've not only wiped the boar pens clean, but put a stop to a horrible desecration. Well done. Chief Squealer Thornmantle leads these Quilboar. It was he that set upon Gritmother Hawkwind and took her life, leading the attack on Camp Naruk. He fled and hid afterwards, but we found him. He lurks to the west within his foul den of thorns, fending off any braves we send in after him. You've proven yourself as a brave defender of our people, Mufla. Kill Thornmantle and bring his mane back to Chief Hawkwind, in honor of our Gritmother. Your objectives: kill Chief Squealer Thornmantle.
Farewell.
Squealer, take this land. Tarren will burn. Have you completed your trials, young one? Chief Hawkwind holds the mane of Thornmantle over his head. The chief of the Bristleback is slain. Gritmother Hawkwind's spirit has been avenged. The camp is safe, and the Quilboar driven off, all thanks to you, young one. You have my personal thanks for what you have done for my mother, my son, and for all of us. It is now time to put Gritmother Hawkwind to rest. Lay the final offering at her feet, Mufla, and we will say our goodbyes. Your objectives: use the ceremonial offering at Gritmother Hawkwind's grave.
May the eternal sun shine.
Earth Mother, into your arms we give one of our own. She is an Aya Hawkwind, my mother, and Gritmother to us all, the wisest of our tribe. May her spirit fly to you swiftly, may the winds carry her gently, and the grass whisper her name. Watch over her as she has watched over us, let her look down on us with joy, through the eternal gaze of Ansh and Mushal, until we too join her in death. For we are all born of you, and shall all return to you. There is balance in all things. As Gritmother Hawkwind's spirit takes its final journey, you will begin your first. Today, you have undertaken a rite of passage far more difficult than we ask of most of our youths. Be proud. Now, it is time for you to continue on your journey. To the west, beyond our burial ground, you will find a path winding up the mesa. Follow it to the top, and speak with Diami Windsor. Walk with the Earth Mother, friend. You will always be welcome here. Your objectives: speak to Diami Windsor atop Fargaze Mesa.
Go.
If you are prepared to leave Camp Naruk behind, I will help call the spirits to guide you onwards. Look, Mufla. The rolling plains of Mulgore stretch before you, our home, the cradle of the Earth Mother. Here she provides us with all we could ever need, a peaceful and verdant land. This is what you will fight to protect. Your journey will take you far beyond her sheltering arms, to the farthest and cruelest regions of this world, and beyond. Below us is Bloodhoof village. The first step on your true path begins now. Drink deep of the water of vision, and let the spirits guide you onward. Your objectives. Drink the water of vision.
Walk with the earth, Mother.
Bane Bloodhoof, our High Chieftain, once stood on this very spot and watched over this village, named for his tribe. Welcome to Bloodhoof village, hero. I am glad the spirits have guided you safely here. Bane Bloodhoof, our High Chieftain. Mufla, there are many conflicts that wound this land. It is my hope that you will not bear witness to as many of them as our elders have. Yet there is one that I would ask you to seek. It will give you some sense of how terrible, if left unchecked, even a small threat can be to the land. Pale Mainels have settled to the south of Bloodhoof and in a cave to the west. They disrespect our attempts to communicate with them, and they slay the wildlife of Mulgore unbridled. Words are no longer the answer. Your objectives. Kill 15 Pale Mainels, then return to Armo Thunderhorn in Bloodhoof village. Bane Bloodhoof. You may have heard of the Venture Company. They are a goblin cartel, something like a tribe. While one of these cartels has joined us in the Horde, the Venture Company is loyal only to greed. These greedy goblins and their workers have tried to exploit the resources of Mulgore before, to little success. One of our outrunners, Morin Cloudstalker, has gone to check the remains of one of the goblin caravans. If you wish to help him, follow the road out of the village to the east. Your objectives. Find Morin Cloudstalker to the east of Bloodhoof village.
Goodbye.
Our sacred wells have been tainted, and I will need your help to fix this. To cleanse each well, I must create a cleansing totem. Then you must bring the totem to the well and perform a cleansing ritual. First we will create a cleansing totem for the Winterhoof water well. To do this, the land must offer its aid. Hunt prairie wolves for their paws and adult plain striders for their talons. They are to the southwest. Return to me with the paws and talons, Mufla. Your objectives. Collect 6 prairie wolf paws and 4 plain strider talons.
May the eternal sun shine down.
The swoop is a cunning bird, and difficult to find and hunt. A collection of swoop quills is a badge of cleverness and determination for a hunter. If you are willing to take up this task, then enter the plains and hunt the swoop. Bring me their quills, and bring on it to your plan. The swoops may be found anywhere in Mulgore, but your eyes must be sharp to spot them, and your hooves must be quick to catch them. Your objectives. Bring 8 trophy swoop quills to Harkenwind Totem in Bloodhoof village.
Go in peace.
As the wind on the plains,
The thing for you.
How may I help you? I have a bundle of hides from the animals of Mulgore, and must get them to Thunderbluff. A colleague there, Ahanu, will use the hides to create leather goods. Will you take the hides to him for me? The quickest way to Thunderbluff is on the back of a Windrider. Bring the bundle of hides to Tak, our Windrider master in Bloodhoof village, and speak to him about transport to Thunderbluff. Your objectives. Bring the bundle of hides to the Windrider master Tak in Bloodhoof village. My grandfather told me stories about his battles with a strider named Mazranak. He told me of its demonic red eyes, razor-sharp talons and venomous bite. As fortune would have it, while traveling across the plains, I encountered it, and it took a nasty bite from my shoulder. He was as terrible as my grandfather described. I have gathered all the parts of the remedy I need to cure myself, except the flatland cook of Fema. I grow weaker by the moment. Please, help me. Your objectives. Bring a flatland cook of Fema to Moraine Caller at Bloodhoof Village.
Ancestors watch.
Other plain strider attempts to run away in fear.
more bones to gnaw on. Pale Mane Tanner attempts to run away in fear. Ra. Fresh meat.
Mufla, it is good you've taken the task seriously. Respect of the land and its creatures is important. Death and life are a circle, a necessity. One cannot exist without the other. Take time to ponder this and do well to never forget it. Until recently, a group of dwarves intruded on our lands to the west, carving the earth apart senselessly to search for treasure. When the very earth itself tore apart, the spirit of the land they had abused rose up and took their revenge. The agitated earth spirits still roam the former dig site, Mufla. We must offer them appeasement. Until recently, a group of dwarves intruded on our lands to the west, carving the earth apart senselessly to search for treasure. When the very earth itself tore apart, the spirit of the land they had abused rose up and took their revenge. The agitated earth spirits still roam the former dig site, Mufla. We must offer them appeasement. Take this drum with you to the west and play to the spirits. The rhythm may calm their fury and confusion. Your objectives. Use the drums of the soothed earth to calm 6 agitated earth spirits.
Farewell.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to me, Mufla. I am Ryu, warrior and teacher. You have obviously reached an age when you must prepare for your trials if you are to adventure much further out of Muggle. If you wish a test of your strength, start by seeking out the wind-furry harpies to the southeast. They nestle along the mountain's edges away from the road. They are one of our natural enemies here in Muggle and will be a good gauge of your skill. Your objectives. Bring 8 twinned furry talons to Oligla Darlon in Bloodhoof village.
Goodbye.
Do you have the paws and talons, Mufla? You have done well, Mufla. I will take these and bind their power into a totem of cleansing. I have crafted the totem to cleanse the Winterhoof water well. Now, you must take it to the well and perform a cleansing ritual. The well is to the southeast, but be warned, whoever did this may still be there, laying in wait. This may prove very dangerous, Mufla. Be careful. But do not let the defilers of our well escape. Your objectives. Use the Winterhoof cleansing totem at the Winterhoof water well. I have created the totem. You, Mufla, must cleanse the well.
We shall meet again.
Have you found the swoops, Mufla? Do you have their quills? I know that gathering these quills was not an easy task, Mufla. In doing this, you prove that you are a warrior of merit. It is good to have you at Bloodhoof village.
Farewell.
help. Moofla. My prized puppy, Kyle, has run away. I just know he's running around Bloodhoof village, lost and hungry. Will you find him and feed him? Once he eats he will settle down and come home. To feed him you will need to find food. His favorite meal is tender strider meat. Just venture east and you should find plenty of striders. Hunt one down and take its succulent meat to Kyle. When you see Kyle in town, put the meat down and he is sure to come to you. Your objectives. Ahab Wheathoof at Bloodhoof village in Mulgore wants you to feed his prized puppy, Kyle the Frenzied. Feed Kyle tender strider meat and return to Ahab Wheathoof. Where is its dog? Well met. If Armor has already explained the minor quibbles of what kind of goblin we'll be driving from our lands, let's get to work. A few days ago, we found a venture company. Caravan traveling under guard on the northern shore of Stone Bull Lake. We'd lost 2 of our number in an earlier battle, so we were quick to attack and lay waste to the caravan. We left their supperly crates, thinking that our torches would destroy anything of value, but given the venture company salvagers have been spotted near the burned wagons, maybe we were wrong. Perhaps you could go to the caravan and examine the contents of the crates. Your objectives. Morin Cloudstalker wants you to examine the contents of a supperly crate at the ravaged caravan.
Be careful.
Kyle of Frenzied howls in delight at the sight of his lunch. Kyle of Frenzied eats his lunch.
Kyle of Friendly thanks you with a special dance. The Wind Furies are deadly foes. Their strength in battle is only rivaled by their desire for fresh meat. You have done well, Moufla. You seem well prepared to travel onward. Let the wind always be at your back.
Go in peace.
Greetings, traveler. May the eternal sun.
The Grim Totem. Mull scowls. I'd hoped to see the end of my days before Tauren attacked other Tauren senselessly on the very plains of Mulgore. But be proud, Moufla. You have done a great thing for the land, and for our people. There is more work to be done. We must create a new totem to cleanse the Thunderhorn well. You must gather the claws of the predators of the Mulgore plains. Hunt prairie stalkers for their stalker claws and flatland cougars for their cougar claws, then return to me. You will find the prairie stalkers and flatland cougars to the east and west. Your objectives. Collect 6 stalker claws and 6 cougar claws. My fever grows worse and I find my mind drifting into delirious nightmares. I should have known that I wouldn't be able to handle a beast my grandfather was unable to defeat. Do you have the ingredients for the remedy? I fear if I do not clean the infection soon, it will be the death of me. Ah, thank you, Moufla. Using the items you brought me, I will be able to create the remedy I need to stop the spread of the infection and, eventually, cure it completely. I owe you my life in thanks. But I'll never forget that screeching call when Mazranak came upon me, the blaze of colour as its peak descended. Be wary on your travels.
We shall meet.
Fantastic work, Moufla. Cal came home as soon as he ate and went straight to bed. Thank you for your help. All sides of the crate are stamped with the sign of the venture company. Mining division. Notes printed carefully on the side of the carton indicate that the contents are due for processing at one of their central plants. Prying open the lid reveals a tightly packed assortment of ore minerals, more evidence of the venture company's mining operation in Muggle. On the top of the ore and minerals you remove a tightly bound sheaf of papers. Up in the foothills to the east, you can barely hear the sounds of work, and see smoke rising from a large fire. Your objectives. Return the venture company documents to Morin Cloudstalk in near Bloodhoof village. Hail, Mufla. Have you learned anything new about the venture company? Plans and operations in our homeland. If they plan to exploit our lands as they have others, the Addoners will be quick to put an end to it. It does indeed appear that the venture company is attempting to rob us of our natural resources. It is good to know this is true, and now it seems we must do something about it. The Addoners' duty is to ensure the safety of those who travel across the plains of Muggle. Those that would threaten the safety of the Tarren homeland risk punishment at our hands. This explains the build-up of venture company, employees and equipment we've seen in Muggle. Those goblins. Their company is expanding too quickly for their own good. It's how they say, show a goblin something, and you can hear the scales in the background. Greedy little things, they are. Unfortunately for their business enterprise, we Tarren cannot allow them to conduct their operations in our lands. Go to the mine northeast of the ravaged caravan and send them a message. Your objectives. Kill 7 venture company. Workers for Morin Cloudstalk are at Bloodhoof village. The Addoners' duty is to ensure the safety of those. According to the documents you salvaged from the caravan, the venture company created many plans to attempt to drive us from our lands here, so that they could have free reign to plunder our lands. The depths that they would sink to accomplish their goals disgusts and appalls me. I want the mastermind behind their plans guild. His name is Supervisor Fizzprocket. You will find him at the venture company. Mine east of the ravaged caravan. Bring me his clipboard. We shall see if we find out anything useful. Your objectives. Kill Supervisor Fizzprocket and collect Fizzprocket's clipboard.
Ancestors want.
I'll crush you. The addon's duty is to ensure. I don't think there could be too much misinterpreting or ignoring of that signal. The venture company will know not to take the Tarren lightly, or to be so arrogant as to believe we would allow them to steal the natural resources around us without protest. I seethe with anger at the thought of the atrocities the venture company is willing to perpetrate against us in the name of profit. My anger is somewhat lessened at the news that the villain Fizzsprocket is dead. I will go through his personal effects and see if there is any additional information about what the venture company has planned for the future. Thank you for your efforts, Moufla.
Goodbye.
Moufla, do you have the claws I sent you to gather? The Thunderhorn water well grows more tainted with each passing hour. Thank you, Moufla. The purity with which these beasts hunt is vital in the creation of the next cleansing totem. The Thunderhorn well is a symbol of my own tribe, and to know it is being desecrated by our own kind raises a fury in me I haven't felt for years. The Grim Totem are a tribe that believe all of Kundor should belong to the Tarren alone. Their hate and anger led to a corrupting thirst for power. Magatha, their leader, poisoned our High Chieftain, Kin Bloodhoof, and attempted to take Thunder Bluff for herself. She was defeated, and the Grim Totem exiled. Now they seek to ruin Mulgore itself as they are driven out. Quickly, Moufla, you must go to the Thunderhorn water well in the north and perform the ritual. Your objectives. Use the Thunderhorn cleansing totem at the Thunderhorn water well. The deed is done. The totem is made. Like to fly to. Are you here for a Wind Rider? You have something to transport? If you must take these hides to Thunder Bluff, then you have come to the right place. For a small fee, I will give you a Wind Rider to Thunder Bluff. There's no faster way to the city. If that is acceptable, speak to me again when you are ready to go. If you're taking those hides to Ahanu, then I think he's at Huar's armory, at the base of the Wind Rider Tower in Thunder Bluff. And that's right where you'll land. Your objectives. Buy a Wind Rider to Thunder Bluff from the Wind Rider Master Tack, then bring the bundle of hides to Ahanu in Thunder Bluff.
Ancestors watch over you. Be careful.
Greetings.
friend.
If you are here for leather goods, then you will find my wares well crafted. There is dust on your shoulders that must be from Muggle. You have spoken with my friend Varg. Ah, a new bundle of hides. I will get to work on these immediately. Thank you, brother. You have done me a great service. Here are some coins to pay for your time and travel costs. I have prepared leather goods for Varg to sell at the Bloodhoof village. Will you bring them to him? If you have already been to Bloodhoof village and spoken to their Windrider master, then you can fly one of our Thunder Bluff Windriders back to him. Take the leather goods to Tal, our Windrider master in Thunder Bluff, and speak with him to arrange transport to Bloodhoof village. Your objectives. Bring Arhanu's leather goods to Tal in Thunder Bluff.
Ancestors watch.
I've been
What brings you here? How may I?
What are you looking for? Which profession?
Well met. Greetings. Goodbye. How may I aid you?
Greetings,
friend?
warrior. What can I do for you?
Go in peace, friend. Ancestors watch.
Greetings. You need to take the... In order...
Be careful. Well met.
When mounted on the back of a wind... In order to fly to a town, you must have already been there and spoken with the Windrider master of that town. You have been to the Bloodhoof village and spoken to their Windrider master tack. So for a small fee you can take a Windrider to him from here. Speak with me again when you are ready. Once at Bloodhoof village, you can then deliver the leather goods to Varg Wesperwind. Your objectives. Buy a Windrider to Bloodhoof village from the Windrider master Tal, then bring Arhanu's leather goods to Varg Wesperwind.
Go in peace. What brings you here? Farewell.
How may I help you? Moofler, you are back from Thunder Bluff? Did you deliver the hides to Ahanu? Ahanu sent me finished products. Very good. There are many hunters and adventurers in Bloodhoof Village now and business is lively. I am sure I'll sell these goods very soon. Thank you for all your efforts, Moofler. I am in your debt.
Walk with the earth.
The land is clearly still in great upheaval if it took such effort to calm. Remember this, Mufla. Do not forget seeing the fate of those who would scar the Earth Mother.
Goodbye.
You've done great honor for both me and my ancestors today. Please, take this with my gratitude. I cannot thank you enough for cleansing my tribes well, Mufla, and for fighting the savage Grim Totem to do it. But there is more to be done, and it is time for your journey to lead you beyond Bloodhoof village. Zalman Two Moons stands by the fire in the north end of the village. Go speak with him and learn of the next ritual you must undertake. Your objectives. Speak with Zalman Two Moons in Bloodhoof village. I sensed you would be coming to me, warrior. I can always recognize one who is trying to pass the rights of the Earth Mother. Again, be sure you are ready to leave Bloodhoof village behind, Mufla. The next step on your journey will take you far from here. Your path continues to lead onward, across the fields of Mulgore, the eyes of the Earth Mother on you at all times. When you are ready, consume the waters near the tribal fire. Once you have ingested the holy waters, your eyes will be opened, and the spirits will guide you. Your objectives. Consume the water of vision in front of the tribal fire in Bloodhoof village.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Well met.
Be not afraid, Mufla. You have successfully passed the rite of vision. There is but one water well left to cleanse, named after the Wildmane clan. For this well to be pure, the land must offer the teeth of a fierce predator, the prairie wolf alpha. Find the alphas to the north, then return to me when your hunt is finished. Alphas often wander around the base of our mighty city, Thunder Bluff. Your objectives. Collect 4 prairie alpha teeth from prairie wolf alphas.
Be careful.
What?
Only the most valiant and honorable amongst the tribe can earn the honor of being laid to rest at Red Rocks. To gain acceptance amongst the elders of Thunder Bluff, you must next complete the Rite of Wisdom. Now that you have passed the Rite of Vision, the ancestral spirits of Red Rocks will give you the blessing of our ancestors. Only those who have drunk from the water of seers can gain the blessing. Travel east of Thunder Bluff, to Red Rocks, and seek out the ancestral spirit, Mufla. Your objectives. Travel to Red Rocks east of Thunder Bluff and speaks with the ancestral spirit. Only the most valiant Tauren are allowed to rest at Red Rocks, our sacred burial ground. It is an honor bestowed upon the great warriors who helped found and defend Thunder Bluff and those who have given their lives for the greater good of their tribes and chieftains. But it appears a foul menace has made its way onto our holy land. A band of bristleback interlopers is ravaging the gravesite, and I am too old and past my prime to drive them away. They must be driven off with force. Mufla. Your objectives. Kill 8 bristleback interlopers at Red Rocks.
We shall meet again. What
Mufla, my brother soon stands before Chief Bloodhoof, and it is my honor to make his headdress for him. I want to ask a favor of you while I finish tanning these leather straps. There is not time for me to find enough feathers, and I was wondering, would you gather more for me? You can find feathers of the correct size from the harpies. Mufla, my brother soon stands before Chief Bloodhoof, and it is my honor to make his headdress for him. I want to ask a favor of you while I finish tanning these leather straps. There is not time for me to find enough feathers, and I was wondering, would you gather more for me? You can find feathers of the correct size from the harpies residing far to the north and northwest of Thunderbluff. I need only 6 azure and 6 bronze feathers to complete the design. Your objectives: collect 6 azure feathers and 6 bronze feathers.
We shall meet again.
Come closer, young one. In my time I could hear the flutter of a prey's beating heart, but now you must speak up if you want your words heard. I have run through these plains for many, many seasons, and I have hunted great beasts, and I had never been bested, until I faced Ghost Howl. Long ago, the massive wolf was an ally to the Tarren and fought bravely against the Burning Legion, but he was wounded savagely by a demon, and the tear in his flesh never healed. Eventually, it drove Ghost Howl mad. Now he roams the plains in agony, seeking an end to his pain. To my shame, when we fought I lacked the strength to slay him.
Go in peace.
You have shown great diligence in your yearning to pass the rites of the Earth Mother, Mufla. We, the ancestral spirits, represent the mighty Tauren who gave their lives bravely to found and protect our great city of Thunderbluff. I hereby pass the duty of that protection over to you. This headdress will certainly be a wonderful gift for my brother. Thank you for your help, Mufla. My part in my brother's ceremony is almost complete. Giving him his headdress and witnessing the ceremony are all my duty requires of me.
Mufla. Do you have the teeth I asked for? Very good, Mufla. I can feel the sacrifice of the land in this offering, and my spirit swells with sadness and pride. Your cleansing of the Winterhoof and Thunderhorn wells is spoken among the spirits, young Mufla. The Wild Mane totem is made, and your last task lies ahead. The Wild Mane water well lies north of Thunderbluff. Perform the ritual. Heal the land of the Grim Totem's poisons. Let clean water flow once again. Your objectives. Use the Wild Mane cleansing totem at the Wild Mane water well.
Goodbye.
Well done. You have sent those foul bristlebacks a clear message. They will think twice before attempting to meddle in this holy spot again.
With me at your back.
The ragged hide of Ghost Howl still bears a terrible wound, gained from the wolf's battles against the Burning Legion. Perhaps someone in Camp Sunglass should know of Ghost Howl's demise. Your objectives. Find someone who knows of Ghost Howl.
You've done it. You have cleaned the wells, and healed our land. Bloodhoof Village is grateful, Mufla. May the wind whisper your deeds for 100 seasons, and may the waters of Mulgore remain clean forever. The wells are cleansed, and Mulgore's waters run sweet and clear once more. You've saved us. But you've also uncovered grim happenings. The actions of the Grimtotem must be made known. It is time for you to enter Thunderbluff, our great city atop the mesa. Go to our leader, Bane Bloodhoof, son of Ken. He must hear of this. Your objectives. Speak with Bane Bloodhoof in Thunderbluff.
Go in peace.
Come closer, young one. In my time I could hear the flutter of a praise-beating heart, but now you must speak up if you want your words heard. I can barely believe my old eyes. You defeated the great wolf ghost owl? I look upon you with new respect, young warrior. You are a hunter of extreme skills. Let me offer you something. My days of hunting are over, but I would be honored if you used one of my weapons in your hunts. May it strike true, and bring you renown. And let us hope that Ghost Owl's spirit has finally found peace.
Ancestors watch over you. Greetings. Be careful.
Welcome to Thunderbluff, Mufla. You've done great things for our people. Tell me of your journey. Some see our people as gentle giants, or noble savages. They have never seen us fight against our own kind, against betrayers from within. The Grimtotem were offered mercy in exile, and they have scarred their own home to spite us. They will no longer be tolerated in Mulgore. I've already sent our warriors ahead to drive them out through Stenet Harlan Pass, to the north. You have fought bravely against the Grimtotem, Mufla. I ask that you join the battle again. Go, and help deal this final blow. Your objectives. Defeat Thorn Grimtotem at Stenet Harlan Pass.
For the Horde.
I've had enough of this. So have I, Grim Totem. Bane, you've shown yourself. Get him. You will die in shame like your pathetic father. It took a coward's poison and the fury of Hellscream to bring my father down. What chance have you? This isn't over, Bane. It is for you. We are done here. Malgor will no longer suffer the hatred of the Grim Totem. I will meet you again in Thunder Bluff.
Looking for something special?
What brings you here?
Welcome back, Mufla. Bane stays off a moment, centering himself. What was done was not for revenge or pride. It was simply to protect Thunder Bluff and all our people from torment and fear. Today, Malgor is safe once more. The Earth Mother thanks you for all your brave deeds, Mufla, as do I. You have earned your reward, hero. May you be welcome in Thunder Bluff always. Much has changed outside of Malgor, Mufla. The world is torn, and our Horde allies have turned down dark paths. We must guide them. Even in the darkest hour, we will bravely hold our heads high, and honor the Earth Mother in all we do. You must go, Mufla, and be this example. Go to Orgrimmar. Tell Sorfang how the Grim Totem were driven out. Let him know our pride and discipline, our strength and sorrow. Tell it the Sky Tower will send you on your way. Go in peace, and never forget your people. Your objectives. Take the Mark of Bloodhoof to High Overlord Sorfang, located in Gromash Hold in Orgrimmar. You may speak with Tala Windrider Master to travel there, or wait for the Zeppelin.
Earth Mother, watch over you.
When mounted on the back of a Windrider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
Goodbye.
The Zeppelin to Gromgul has just arrived. All aboard for Strangler Thorn. What brings you to me, warrior? The Grim Totem have been forced out of Mulgore? You must be a fierce warrior to earn the praise of Bane Bloodhoof. The Horde needs heroes, ones that hold honor in their hearts. Very well, warrior. I accept you as one of us. For the Horde.
Dabu.
For years, the Barons have been the heart of the Horde presence on Kalimdor, a vital link between the Orcs of Dirota and the Tauren settlements in
Walk with the earth.
For years, the Barons have been the heart of the Horde presence on Kalimdor, a vital link between the Orcs of Dirota and the Tauren settlements in Mulgore. In the chaos of the Cataclysm, floods, earthquakes, and even a Quilboar invasion threatened to separate us from this vital grassland. You look ready for a challenge. Report to Cargill Battlescar at Far Watch Post and ensure the route to the Barons remains clear. Head west from nearby Razor Hill and cross the South Furry River to find him. Your objectives. Report to Cargill Battlescar at Far Watch Post in Northern Barons.
May the eternal sun shine.
A fresh recruit from Orgrimmar, is it? Cargo sizes you up. I'll take what I can get. Keeping the roads open has been a nightmare. All the Quillbores are our enemies, Mufla. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razormane tribe has been attacking our supplely caravans that roll through here from Orgrimmar. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pigmen would aid us. Start just south of here, where they've been raiding our camps near the river. Seek them out, and slay them. Your objectives: kill 8 Razormane plunderers and 3 Razormane hunters.
Are you familiar with plain striders? Useless animals. Can't fly. Gamey. Brain the size of my knuckle. Too dim to get out of the way of a moving cart. I've broken more axles thanks to their thick skulls. Sometimes I think the Quillbore intentionally frighten flocks of them into the path of our caravans just prior to an ambush. Make me proud, warrior. Cut a swath through those filthy birds to keep the roads free, and bring me their beaks as proof. Your objectives: collect 7 plain strider beaks.
Greater Plain Strider attempts to run away in fear.
Fleeting plain strider attempts to run away in fear.
Greater Plain Strider attempts to run away in fear.
Have you collected the Planestrider beaks? Very good, Moofler. That's one less thing to worry about on the road.
Help me, warrior. Peggy men can burn stables. Fire. Fire. There are quails incoherently before you can settle him down. Wolves still chained inside. Someone's got to save the wee wolves. Your objectives. Break the chains to free the wolves from the burning stables. Razormane plunderer attempts to run away in fear. Razormane hunter attempts to run away in fear. Razormane plunderer attempts to run away in fear. You save the wolves. So brave. Someday, maybe you get a wolf just like that to ride. Darak looks at the burning stables, then at the nearby river. What should I do now? You have done well, Moofler. Those insolent quill boars will finally learn that the might of the Horde is not to be ignored. Pigmen running amok right on the border of Dirota? Not on my watch. It is as they say, Moofler, the best defense is crushing all who oppose you. One of my scouts followed the quill boar after the last caravan raid, so we know where to strike. Krennic Snarlsnout is the mastermind behind the attacks along the river. Crush him, warrior. Defeat him and disembowel his forces so that the attacks on this camp cease. Search for a quill boar-infested cavern along the river, just south of our stables. Your objectives. Kill 5 Razormane defenders, 5 Razormane thorn weavers, and Krennic Snarlsnout. Take Snarlsnout's tusk.
Go forth.
Whatever has happened in Southern Barrens is causing some of the Quilboar tribes to flee our direction. The displaced Razormane in particular grow desperate, and their attacks grow bolder. I've lost 2 caravans this week alone. Our warriors at the crossroads desperately need those supplies, and I'm not about to let the Quilboar grow fat off of their misdeeds. Find the missing supply crates and bring them to me. I'd search the Quilboar hovel south of here, along the river. Your objectives: collect 5 crossroads supply crates from inside the Razormane cave.
Razormane defender attempts to run away in fear.
Razormane Thornweaver attempts to run away in fear.
Razormane defender attempts to run away in fear. Come and face me, so if I can smell your Tarren stench from here. Koenig snarls and out attempts to run away in fear.
Razormane Thornweaver attempts to run away in fear.
Razor main defender attempts to run away in fear. Cut off the head of their leader, and chaos ensues. Mufla. Learn this lesson well. It will aid you in the future. Well done, Mufla. Without Greenig to orchestrate the raids, my grunts should be able to keep Farwatch secure. Your people should be proud to count you among them.
For the Horde.
How goes your search for the supplies, Mufla? I trust the Quilboar fall under your strength easily. Haha. Thank you, Mufla. This will help us greatly. I'll get these supplies packed up and on their way to the crossroads immediately. Halg grins disarmingly, holding up an enormous firearm. Have you ever used one of these, Mufla? It's a beast. Hell with a hand grip. Too heavy to use on foot, but perfect when riding at the head of a caravan. I call it my street sweeper. Apostrophe. We need to get those supplies you've collected to the crossroads, and I expect trouble. I'd like for you to ride shotgun. Literally. Say the word when you're ready and I'll put you at the head of our next caravan. Your objectives. Speak with Halga Bloodeye at Farwatch Post to escort the next crossroads caravan to Jmildam Farm. Well, Mufla, are you ready to roll? It won't be easy. Head 'em up. Move 'em out.
Excellent work. I'll unload the goods. You should check in with Cranlfis. Mokra, stranger. Are you here from Farwatch? You're a sight, Tarren. That's the first caravan to make it through this week.
For the Horde.
Kauru, will you please help get these bees off of me? They sting.
It is our instinct to simply lash out at our attackers, but wisdom dictates another path. We should interrogate one of these Quilboar invaders and learn all we can. Take this net, Mufla, and ensnare a Quilboar pillager attacking our farm just west of here. Club the beast unconscious and bring him to me. Your objectives. Use the Jmildam net to ensnare a Razormane pillager and drag it back to Torkrik at Jmildam Farm.
Be safe.
Razormane Pillar. Snort. Is this how cowards fight, Tarren? Razormane Pillager attempts to run away in fear. Babu. I will be careful, Papa.
Don't be too harsh with our captive, he will still need his head attached to answer our questions. Oh my. We want to question this Quilboar, not tenderize him. I suppose he'll come around with some cold water to the face. What do you think he'll tell us? I'll secure him inside our livestock pen behind me here. I don't think he'll stay conscious long. Find out what you can about why the Quilboar are attacking our farms. I'll leave the interrogation methods up to your better judgment. Your objectives. Question the nearby Razormane prisoner. If he's not there or unconscious, Torgruk can revive him for you.
Help. I'm being chased by a swarm of bees.
Brawlhall, may your blades never dull.
We're warriors, Mufla. Snort. Many and proud. I'm not scared of you. The Quilboar wrinkles his nose at you and snorts. The Quilboar wrinkles his nose at you and snorts. Snort. The Quilboar wrinkles his nose at you and snorts. The Quilboar wrinkles his nose at you and snorts. I say nothing. We're warriors, Mufla. Snort. Snort. That all you got? The Quilboar wrinkles his nose at you and snorts. You waste your strength. Tortusk train us warriors never to talk. Oh, I've said too much. The Quilboar fixes his beady black eyes on you. I say nothing.
The Quilboar have always scavenged the fringes of our camps for food and supplies, but direct assaults on our farms and homesteads. Something has sent them on a rampage recently.
Help. I'm being chased by a swarm of bees.
Very interesting. Our brute here seems both enthralled and terrified of the one they call Tortusk. A powerful leader can inspire his people to acts of greatness or atrocity. But we orcs would know that more than others. We should turn our attention to this Tortusk problem. In the wake of the chaos down south, this Tortusk brute seems to have rallied all of the Razormane refugees to his banner. Under his leadership, he's turned them into little more than brigands. There's no negotiating with his type. Tortusk must be destroyed. If our prisoner is to be believed, you'll find Tortusk southeast of here at a place called Thornhill. Search the bluffs where he has a commanding view of the road. Kill him, Mufla, and the immediate threat should cease. Your objectives. Kill the Razormane leader, Tortusk.
Farewell.
Friend, if you are traveling south to Thornhill, I was wondering if you could locate one of our missing kudos. Not every caravan has made it up the pass from Far Watch Post. Those Razormane brutes hijacked a pack animal yesterday morning. It may not still be alive, but if it is, we cannot afford to lose more of our livestock. Your objectives. Find a missing addon kodo somewhere within Thornhill in Northern Barrens.
Go forth.
Carrie, will you please help get these bees off of me? They sting. They murdered my wife. They burned my homestead. Since that awful night I have traveled these lands, from the sun's rising till its decline, scouring the horizon for more of those monsters. I've killed every pigman I've come across since, but my thirst for their blood is far from quenched. You, warrior, you could help me. Kill them. Kill as many as you can. Bring me their tusks, and we will celebrate their deaths together. Your objectives. Collect 30 quillboar tusks. Rocco hands you a familiar-looking shotgun. I took the liberty of cleaning up Helga's artillery for you. I'm sure I don't need to warn you about the kickback. Just ask me when you're ready to mount up for the crossroads. Bork is waiting for you there. Be sure not to give him any lip. Don't stop for nothing, Moofler, and if someone gets too close, just give them a thump with the butt end of your gun. Do us proud. Your objectives. Talk to Rocco at Shanker Children Farm and escort his caravan all the way to the crossroads.
Be safe.
They came out of nowhere, warrior. Quillboar from horizon to horizon. Spines and snouts and teeth. We fell back to the farm but they kept on coming. Our best defenders have fallen in the field, and we've no sign of Farmer Ralton. I need you to go on the offensive for me. Hold these swine at bay while I defend the wounded until help arrives. Your objectives. Slay 6 Razormane pillagers.
Razormane pillager attempts to run away in fear. He attacks you bacon-brained pork chops. That's right. Die, vermin. The Horde will have your heads for this. Flat-nosed filth. Get off of my land. Pigs. Scum. I will cleave your fat heads like apples. Razormane pillager attempts to run away in fear.
I see you've left a string of corpses in your wake, Tarren. I couldn't have done better. The livestock may be lost, but the land remains ours. Thank you.
For the Horde!
This poor battered Kodo looks to be on the verge of death, but is still breathing. The Razormain haven't even plundered its cargo yet. If it can be revived, you may be able to save the entire shipment. Kodos are resilient creatures. With some food, the big die may come around. The Razormain have stolen plenty of grain from previous caravans. You can gather up stolen grain from the nearby camps. The objectives: gather 5 sacks of stolen grain from the Razormain camps on Thornhill. Razormain frenzy goes into a frenzy.
Razormain Geomancer attempts to run away in fear.
Razormain frenzy goes into a frenzy. These lands will be ours. We Razormain must survive. These lands will be ours.
Razormain Geomancer attempts to run away in fear.
Razormain frenzy goes into a frenzy. Razormain hunter attempts to run away in fear. Razormane frenzy goes into a frenzy. Razormane Hunter attempts to run away in fear.
The creature doesn't lift its head, but looks at you imploringly with large, watery eyes. The Kodo is voracious. You might as well be pouring those sacks of grain into a hole. Already the animal is beginning to perk up. The great beast rises slowly to its feet, the loose barren soil spilling from its revitalized limbs. Instinctively it trudges back toward its home at Addon Farm. You'll want to check in with Crownfest to make sure the Kodo made it. Your objectives. Speak with Crownfest at Addon Farm to ensure that his missing Kodo arrived safely. Nom 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 nom. Addon Kodo, the revitalized Kodo, rises to its feet, shaking off the dust.
So that was your handiwork, Tarren? Yes, the missing Kodo arrived just minutes ago. It will take many nights to nurse the poor beast's wounds, but thanks to you it's alive. And you saved a whole shipment. Please, take your pick of the gear that the Kodo was carrying.
Straight.
So Tortusk behaved as I expected? Went right for your throat? It is good that he's dead. The Razormane Quillboar have been separated from their leadership in the Southern Barrens, no doubt allowing an animal like him to come to power. Perhaps without his influence we can start a dialogue with the survivors. Although hotter heads may prevail.
May your blades never dull.
The Quillboar will pay for this, Moufla. I swear it. Warrior, you take my task seriously, and for that I thank you. Although my desire for revenge remains, I can at least smile seeing that the Quillboars have felt pain themselves. Are you ready to do this, Moufla? She is. Mount up. Ride hard and show no mercy. The Burning Blade? What are they doing here? Shoot to kill. Incredible shooting. I'll try to calm the animals down. Report to Thork. He will want to know of this attack. Was that you I saw waving a gun around from the back of my last caravan? It's about time we got some supplies through here. It's bad enough to be severed from Mulgore, but this city would fall apart if we lost our trade with Orgrimmar.
The land, the water, and the sky are all as one. It is your eyes that deceive you with such separation. The Earth Mother is all those things and more. If you wish to serve my beloved horde, you'll have to prove your strength to me, pup. You can cut your teeth by hunting Zevera. They may not be the strongest of beasts in the Barrens, but stay clear of their kick or you'll regret it. Hunt the Zevera to the north and south, and collect their hooves. Bring them to me and perhaps we'll next send you against something tougher. Your objectives: slay Zevera runners to collect 4 Zevera hooves. The land, the water, and the If you want to really demonstrate your bravery to me, let me send you after something that really bites. The Savannah Huntresses of the Barrens are as sly as they come. Tough, resourceful, quick, and deadly. They've been hassling our scouts recently around the outskirts of the town, especially to the northeast. Be wary as you hunt them, Moufleur, or you may find yourself no longer the predator, but instead the prey. Your objectives: collect 5 Huntress claws from Savannah Huntresses.
Go with us.
Have you felt the tremors, warrior? Something has cleaved this land in two. But we druids can sense other tremors, as well. Life is stirring in lands once dry and lifeless. The oases around the crossroads are suddenly blooming. I can sense a power leaking its way to the surface, but from where? Is it related to the disaster that shattered the Barrens? We must find the source. Travel to the Forgotten Pools, northwest of the crossroads. Search its waters for a source of power, then return here. Your objectives: search the bottom of the Forgotten Pools northwest of the crossroads.
Ancestors watch.
The oases of the Barrens hide a mystery. Life energy flows from their waters, invigorating the plants and beasts that drink it. Invigorating and altering. There is a mushroom that grows near the Forgotten Pools to the northwest. Its spores hold properties that we, the apothecaries of Lordron, find useful. Bring me these spores and you will earn our gratitude. Your objectives: collect 5 fungal spores from mushrooms at the Forgotten Pools. A defense. The Centaur leadership relies on a core of trusted, disciplined warriors to keep the others in line. If we reduce their numbers, the Kalka will have no might with which to support their age. And so, I have a bounty task for you. Around the lush water oasis to the south, slay Kalka marauders and storm sea ears to collect their bracers. Return when you have a heap of these trophies and the Horde will reward you well. Your objectives. Collect 10 Centaur bracers from Kalka marauders and storm sea ears.
Go for victory.
I was sent here to scout out the Centaur activity. I've been tracking their every movement for days. It's time for me to sneak out, because they've got this oasis surrounded. You look like a dangerous one. Can you make a lot of noise for me? Stir them up. Start killing indiscriminately. While they're looking out for you, I'll slip out to get my info to reg for Deathgate. Your objectives. Kill 8 Kalka Centaur. The Centaurs have plagued the Tarren for years. And recently, the Kalka Centaurs of the Barons have grown into a real threat. Normally they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them. To preserve our holdings here, these Centaur leaders must be destroyed. Bring me the head of Barak Kodoban. He camps west of these forgotten pools. Defeat him, then return to me. Your objectives. Slay Barak Kodoban and collect his head.
Farewell.
Barak Kodoban attempts to run away in fear. Oh, that was beautiful. I probably shouldn't have stayed to watch. Now that they're looking for you, I'll slip quietly away in the dust of their aimless galloping. Be sure to look for my buds at the other pools. Boss has agents at every one. Hello, Mufla. Do you have Kodoban's head for me? Well done, Mufla. Kodoban is just one strand of a tangled thread. There are other Kolka leaders to kill elsewhere in the Barrens. Seek out my companions at the other oases if you wish to press the assault.
Go in peace. What you looking for?
Do you have the spores, Mufla? My associates and I are eager to study this phenomenon. Ah, yes. These are good specimens. Potent. I am Forsaken, and we honor our contracts. Here is your reward, Mufla. I've cultured these unusual spores you dug up with the most magnificent cocktail of reagents that I'm fond of. I'm eager to see how my manipulated spores react to the waters of the Crossroads Oasis. The stagnant oasis to the southeast should provide us an uncontaminated site for our experiment. Simply plant this culture in the moist soil anywhere near the oasis, and document the results for me. Be sure to cover your mouth, warrior. Helbram grins disarmingly. Your objectives. Plant a fungal culture near the stagnant oasis and observe the results. Apothecary Helbram places the spores within his alchemical instruments. Thank you for the spores, Mufla. They are now prepared for transport. You found a fissure in the earth, with power emanating from it? Strange. Something is causing that oasis to bubble over suddenly with life. Come, warrior, there is something else I'd like you to investigate with me.
Loctoro.
An explosion of life from barren soil. My companion Jarek has described similar events happening elsewhere in the Barrens. I shall have to see this for myself, but I cannot abandon my post. Here, Mufla, I will loan you my eyes. Apostrophe my eagle companion here has served me since I was named. Please accompany him to Thunderhead Summit, where Jarek awaits, and we will investigate. To get to the peak, follow the road east out of the crossroads. Turn south when you reach a large stone scrolled with paintings. Your objectives. Bring Tonga's eyes to Thunderhead Summit southwest of Ratchet.
Walk deeper.
Ha. You throw like my Gruff's mother.
The land, the water, and how many Zevro have you slain? Not bad, hero. Those Zevra hold a lot of strength in their legs. I've seen them knock even a Tauren on its haunches. It looks like you have some strength in you too. How goes your hunt, hero? Ah, I see you've been busy. I hope you learned a lot from this prey, hero. You'll need the strength and cunning of beasts like these to serve my beloved horde. White Mist, or Ekiaki in the Tauren tongue, is the king of the savannah cats. He hunts with such stealth. They say he's like a thin, white mist on the earth. He kills so fast his prey have no time for fear or pain. The Tauren say he is both mercy and death. Hero, I now set you on the path to hunt Ekiaki. His lair is just northwest of here, on the north side of a small mountain, among the bones of giant Kodo. Go. Blow this horn when you reach his lair. Blow the horn, and he will come. Your objectives: blow your horn at Ekiaki's lair to summon him. Slay or subdue him. Loktaroga. This young orc warrior has conquered the great Ekiaki. Let his actions show the might of the new horde.
As the wind on the plains.
Loktar. May your blades never dull. Raw.
You've beaten Ekiaki, and though his days of hunting are over, his spirit is with you. He will show you the strength found in subtlety, and the honor in mercy. I underestimated you, warrior. The Horde is fortunate to have you in its ranks. The hunt deepens, hero. Now you must find and defeat your prey within its lair. Hunt the Sunscale raptors to the south, where they have built a warren amongst the hills just off of the road. Slay them and remove the feathers they wear. Place the feathers on the Sunscale raptor nests to show their brethren you do not fear them. Be cautious, warrior. Raptors hunt in packs and will swarm you if you are not cautious. Your objectives: Kill sunscale raptors and collect their feathers. Use the feathers on the 3 sunscale nests, Loktaroga. This young Tauren warrior has conquered the Great Ekiaki. Let his actions show the might of the new horde. Reg the Deathgate sent me here to observe the Centaur activity, but the leader of this group is hard to pin down. I've discovered that his name is Varog the Dervish, but his whereabouts are a mystery. Can you help me do some digging? I know that Centaur intelligence sounds like an oxymoron, but their camps are often littered with important communications. Search the Centaur tents all around the stagnant oasis here and bring me back some info. Your objectives: gather 4 pieces of Centaur intelligence from around the stagnant oasis.
We were sent here to track movements of the Kolka Centaur, but after a week of watching these dirty animals scamper all around this oasis, I'm itching to give my axe a taste of their necks. What do you say, warrior? Want to cause a little havoc with me? Let's see if we can attract the attention of their strongest warrior, Kurak. Your objectives. Keep Gorgel Anguskar alive as he starts some trouble with the centaur, and help him to slay Kurak. Ah, yes hero. That's what I want to hear. Let's make some noise. Come get some, you horsey-faced maggot farms. More. There's our target. I can smell him from here. Victory. Wait till she hears about this.
Please, warrior, don't encourage Gorgel. We're supposed to observe and report, not raise up a ruckus. Orman, why you have to go setting Gorgel off like that? Still, I can't argue with results. We'll need to watch these animals closely to see what they do with Kurak out of the way. More watching and waiting. Gorgel won't like that.
You be careful, man.
Tonga knows these lands better than any of us, and I believe it physically hurt him to see it torn.
We shall meet.
Tonga knows these lands. Tonga's eyes. Tonga's eagle calls out, then circles toward the peak. Well done, friend. From here we can survey the land. Tonga knows these lands better than any of us, and I believe it physically hurt him to see it torn asunder. I am glad Tonga was able to witness the overgrowth firsthand. Words can't convey the scope of the damage. Did you bring his totem? I will return it to him when I am finished here. Can what's happening to the south happen here? Judging by what you found at the Forgotten Pools, these oases may be the key. Let's perform an experiment. Here, take these seeds I've collected from the summit here. They are dead and infertile, but carry them down to the stagnant oasis just below us. If there is a fissure there, then place the seeds within it. And observe. Report your findings back to Tonga at the crossroads. Your objectives. Use the dried seeds to investigate the fissures in the stagnant oasis. But what? It will be important to study both plant and animal life impacted by the oases and the unusual energies you've discovered. The stagnant oasis below us is home to a species of snapjaw turtles. Recently, their population has exploded. Moreover, the once peaceful animals are growing aggressive, as I learned the hard way before trekking up here. Jarek holds up a bandaged finger. I suspect they've been altered by the oases. Collect their shells and take them to Tonga at Crossroads for further study. Your objectives. Collect 6 altered snapjaw shells from snapjaws in the stagnant oasis. We must do everything in our power to stop the same from happening here. We'll have to step up our investigations of the oases and stop this phenomenon at the source. We'll talk again at Crossroads. Perhaps I want to be seen. I tire of skulking.
Search those tents, hero. Try to ignore the stench. Good work, hero. Did you look through these? They're barely legible, more like angry graffiti than war plans. Hatred, jealousy, rage, personal conflicts. It's a wonder Varrock can keep these centaur from killing each other, much less form them into an army. We can use this to our advantage. Varrock may be hard to find, but judging by the info you gathered, his mate Wyneth is always in his command tent just west of here. If we kill her, Varrock will come running. Regtha sent us here to scout, but he also said we should seize any opportunity to upset the centaur chain of command if we can. Lure out Varrock and kill him. Your objectives: kill Wyneth in order to lure out Varrock the dervish, then slay him and grab his head. Wyneth calls out for her mate. Did you find Varrock, hero? You did it. That'll really upset the balance or power down here. Varrock left no clear successor, so I expect this crew of brutes will fall on each other like hungry dogs. I'll stay here and keep an eye on what happens next. Varrock answered directly to the Conquer Chief. Killing him is a good start, but there's more work to be done.
Okay, okay.
So you've been to the nests and placed the feathers of your prey within them. That took a fair portion of courage, no doubt about it. Do you feel a little tougher, hero? Because you look tougher now than when you first came here. I guess the Barrens is doing its job. Well, hero. I admit there's a place for you in my beloved horde. You've shown me strength, cunning, initiative. Even Thork recently mentioned you by name, and neither of us are easily impressed. Well done. Now it's time to start pulling your weight. This week's payroll for the Crossroads Guards has gone missing. Gazrog in Ratchet is heading up the investigation. Talk to him. Simply follow the road east of here to the coast. Your objectives: speak to Gazrog near the entrance to Ratchet.
Farewell.
The times we live in are as fickle as the shifting winds, warrior. The ground itself quakes and cries out in anguish. We must remain resolute or we ourselves will be engulfed by the turmoil. Your findings are amazing. Jarek was wise to send you there. We now know that whatever rests under these oases can create life from nothing. No doubt this is causing the havoc to the south, but my primary concern right now is preserving the balance up here. We must study this more. What else have you brought me? Thank you, hero. Studying the beasts of an area can tell much about the area itself. We shall see what tale these shells tell, and possibly unravel the mystery of what's happening in the Barrens. Please accept my gratitude for your aid. And perhaps you can use these coins. I find that I do not need them. Tongaroon at Totem inspects the snap-jaw shells. Strange. Very strange. Hero. These shells tell me much, but I fear many more questions are now raised. I will send these to Thunderbluff to confirm my findings. I may need your assistance again soon, friend. The times we... Explosive spore clouds? You don't say. Tell me more. Choking? Stinging? Burning of the eyes? Was there itching? Nausea? Mortification? Delightful, delightful. You certainly earned your commission, hero. That skin rash of yours should pass in a day or two. Think of the possibilities, hero. Fast-growing fungal delivery agents for any manner of toxins. My companions in the Undercity will want to hear about this. Here are my notes and some additional samples. If we're fast, we can catch the next ship bound for the Eastern Kingdoms. Take the road east of here and follow it to the Goblin town of Ratchet. Look for the Broken Keel Tavern toward the south side of town and deliver these to my associate Sashire within. Your objectives: deliver Helbrim's research to Sashire at Ratchet in North Barrens. Hero, your reputation among the Horde grows. I've been hearing reports from both the Forgotten Pools and the Stagnant Oasis that you've been a real bane to us and to our foes. Well done, indeed. Reg the Deathgate is in charge of our operations against the Centaur all over the Northern Barrens. He could use a bold warrior like yourself to bolster his forces. Report to him at his outpost along the road west of here and aid him in any way he requires. Your objectives: report to Reg the Deathgate at his outpost west of the Crossroads in Northern Barrens.
Strength.